Welcome to Lento English. Ready to level up your English? Here we learn through stories, slow, clear, and fun. Listen, relax, and enjoy the journey.
1. Introduction. Every country has special days. These days are important for many reasons. They help people remember their past and learn from it. They also help people feel connected to their country and its shared history. In Vietnam, there is one very special day that stands out. It is called Independence Day. Some people also call it National Day. This day is very important for all Vietnamese people, young and old. It happens every year on September 2. On this day, people remember a big change for their country, a moment of true freedom. It is a day of joy and national pride for the entire nation. Why do people celebrate days like this around the world? They celebrate to remember history and its lessons. History tells us about the past, showing us how things used to be. It tells us about the good times and the hard times a country has faced. A nation's history shows how it became what it is today, strong and independent. People celebrate to honor brave people from the past who fought for their country. They celebrate to remember important events that shaped their future. These events often help to make their country free or strong. Celebrating history helps people understand who they are and where they come from. It helps them understand their culture, their traditions, and their values. It is a time for everyone to feel like one big family, united by their shared past. This special day in Vietnam is a time for all these important feelings. It is a time to look back with respect and also look forward to a bright future. This story will take you on a journey. It is a journey back in time to a very specific period. We will explore a very special moment that changed everything. This moment changed Vietnam forever, giving it a new direction. It was a time when many people hoped for a new future. They hoped for freedom and independence from foreign rule. This story will tell you about that specific day step by step. It will tell you about the feelings of the people, their hopes and dreams. It will describe the place where this historic event happened. Imagine a big square full of thousands of people. Imagine the excitement and hope filling the air, a silence before a big moment. This moment was not just a single day, it was the beginning of something truly new. It was the birth of a modern nation ready to stand on its own. In this story, you will meet important people who played key roles. You will learn about their ideas and their strong dreams for Vietnam. One person in particular played a very big role in this journey. He had a strong dream for his country, a vision of true independence. He worked hard to unite people. You will also learn about the important events that shaped this period of history. These events led directly to that special day. We will understand how Vietnam became a free country, no longer under control of others. We will see the steps taken to build a new nation from the very beginning. This is a story about courage, about hope, and about the power of a people. It is a story about a country finding its own way in the world and declaring its freedom. By the end, you will understand why September 2 is so important for Vietnam. You will know about the people and the moments that made history for this proud nation. 2. A time before. Many years ago, life in Vietnam was very different. It was a time when Vietnam was not an independent country. Instead, a European nation called France governed it. French people arrived in Vietnam and slowly took control. This period, known as French colonial rule, lasted for many years, over 60 in total. During this long time, French leaders made most of the important decisions for the country. Under French rule, Vietnamese people did not have full control over their land or lives. French officials held the highest government positions. They managed the economy, deciding what crops were grown and how resources were used. For example, they often focused on growing crops like rubber and rice for export. This benefited France more than local people. Many Vietnamese farmers worked hard, but much of what they produced went to the ruling power. Daily life for many families was often difficult and lacked opportunities. The Vietnamese people possessed a rich and ancient culture, with unique customs, language, and traditions. They had a strong connection to their homeland. Living under foreign control made many feel a deep sense of injustice and unhappiness. They felt their voices were not heard and their national identity was suppressed. There was a constant longing for a time when Vietnam would truly belong to the Vietnamese people, guided by their own leaders and values. This feeling of wanting self-rule grew stronger with each passing year. Slowly, a powerful wish for change began to spread across the country. People started to discuss the idea of independence. They imagined a future where Vietnam could govern itself, free from outside influence. They yearned for the right to choose their own destiny and to build a nation based on their own aspirations. This wish was not just a fleeting hope. It transformed into a profound and shared desire that united many. Parents hoped for a brighter future for their children, a future where they could grow up in a free country. As the world faced big changes, especially after a major global conflict called World War II, this desire for freedom became even more intense. People saw other nations around the world gaining their independence. This gave the Vietnamese people a strong sense of hope. They believed their time for freedom had also come. The moment felt right for a new beginning, a chance to reclaim their nation. The growing wish for change and freedom became a powerful movement, bringing together people from all walks of life. They all shared one clear goal: to achieve an independent Vietnam. 3. A new lighter. Vietnam was a land where many people wished for change. For many years they lived under foreign rule. This time was difficult, but a new hope began to grow. A very important person came forward. His name was Ho Chi Minh. He would become a great leader for his country. Ho Chi Minh had a big dream for Vietnam. He dreamed of a country that was free and independent. He wanted his people to decide their own future. He believed that all people should be equal and have rights. He wanted Vietnam to be a strong nation, not controlled by others. This dream was very strong in his heart. He traveled to many places and learned much. He saw how other countries worked. He understood that his own country needed a clear path to freedom. When he came back to Vietnam, he started to share his ideas. He spoke to many people. He told them about his dream for a free Vietnam, and his words gave them hope. It was not easy to bring all people together. Vietnam had many different groups, but Ho Chi Minh was a wise man. He spoke simply and clearly so everyone could understand. He helped people see that they all wanted the same thing: freedom. He showed them that by working together they could make their dream real. He taught them that unity was their greatest strength. He began to organize groups of people. These groups worked hard to make Vietnam an independent nation. They wanted to build a new country where every person had rights. Ho Chi Minh quickly became a symbol of this hope. People trusted him. They believed in his dream. He gave them courage to fight for their future. This was the beginning of a very important journey. It was a long road ahead, full of challenges. But with Ho Chi Minh as their leader, the people of Vietnam felt new strength. They began to work hard for their independence. They knew their path would be difficult, but they were ready to face it. This was the start of building a new nation, a nation for all Vietnamese people. Ho Chi Minh's vision guided them. His words gave them power. The dream of a free Vietnam started to become a real possibility. For the big day, it was September 2, 1945. This day was very special for Vietnam. In the city of Hanoi, Ba Dinh Square was getting ready. Early in the morning, people started to wake up. They felt a new energy. This was not a normal day. From all parts of the city and even from nearby towns, many people came. They walked to Ba Dinh Square. Young and old, men and women, everyone wanted to be there. The square slowly filled. Soon thousands of people stood close to each other, waiting. The sun shone brightly in the sky. It was a warm day. A gentle breeze moved through the crowd. People looked around, smiling. A strong feeling of excitement filled the air. Everyone felt hope. They hoped for a new future for their country. Many people carried small flags, others held up signs. Red and yellow colors were everywhere. A low hum of voices filled the square. It was a sound of shared expectation. Everyone knew why they were there. They waited for an important moment. On a platform at one side of the square, a microphone stood ready. Important people waited there. The crowd watched the platform. They waited for someone special to speak. They waited for words that would change everything. Minutes passed slowly. Each person felt the weight of history. They were part of something big. The air was thick with change. After many years, the people of Vietnam were ready. They had dreamed of this day. Now it was here. Their hearts beat fast. This was their chance to be free. This was their big day. They stood together, united in their wish for independence. The quiet waiting continued, full of meaning. Every eye was on the platform, waiting for a sign. The future of their nation was about to begin. The sun climbed higher, warming the gathering. Despite the many people, a calm determination was present. Children sat on shoulders trying to see. Everyone understood this day was different. It was a day of new beginnings. The air buzzed with hopes and dreams. They had come to witness history. Each person felt a deep connection to their homeland. They stood as one, ready for words that would announce their new path. The moment was almost here. 5. The important words. Ho Chi Minh stood before the large crowd in Ba Dinh Square. He held a special paper in his hands. The thousands of people in the square became very quiet. They waited to hear his words. This was a moment everyone would remember. His voice was clear and strong, reaching many people through the loudspeakers. He began to read the important document, which was called the Declaration of Independence. He read the famous words, "All men are created equal." These words were very powerful. They meant that every person had the same rights. No person was better than another. Every person deserved freedom and happiness. This message was not just for the people in Hanoi. It was a message for all of Vietnam. It was also a message for the whole world to hear. The declaration spoke about a new future, a future where the Vietnamese people would govern themselves. As Ho Chi Minh continued to read, he declared a new beginning. He announced that Vietnam was now a free and independent country. On this special day, September 2, 1945, a new nation was born. Its name was the Democratic Republic of Vietnam. The crowd cheered loudly when they heard this. It was a sound of great joy and hope. Many people had tears in their eyes. They had dreamed of this day for a very long time. This important announcement meant that Vietnam was no longer under the rule of another country. It was now its own nation, with its own government and its own future. The news of Vietnam's freedom spread quickly. Other countries and leaders around the world learned about this new independent nation. It was a big step for Vietnam. It showed that the people's wish for freedom had come true. The words spoken that day changed Vietnam forever. They marked the start of a new history for the country and its people. 6. A day to celebrate. September 2 is a very special day in Vietnam. It is known as National Day, and it is a time for everyone to celebrate. This important day marks the country's independence and the birth of the modern Vietnamese nation. Every year, people remember this historic moment with great joy and respect. The date, September 2, is a symbol of freedom for all Vietnamese people. On this day, Vietnam observes a public holiday. This means that most people do not have to go to work. Children do not go to school. It is a day set aside for rest, reflection, and celebration for families and communities across the country. People have the opportunity to spend time together, enjoy the special occasion, and participate in local events. The streets of Vietnam transform on this day. They become vibrant and full of color. People proudly hang many Vietnamese flags outside their homes. You can see the national flag, which is red with a bright yellow star, waving from almost every building and pole. Public buildings, government offices, and even small shops also display the flag with pride. Cities and towns, even small villages, join in this widespread decoration. There is a distinct feeling of happiness and unity all over the country. People often smile more and greet each other warmly. They talk about their nation's history and the journey to independence. The air feels full of excitement and collective joy. It is a day when everyone feels a strong sense of national pride. Neighbors and friends might gather informally, sharing in the festive atmosphere. Beyond homes, many main roads are decorated with large banners. These banners often carry messages of freedom, unity, and hope for the future. Parks and public spaces are also made beautiful with flowers and temporary displays. As the day progresses, some areas might even feature colorful lights, adding to the festive mood. The entire country feels connected and united in its celebration of this significant day. This day serves as a powerful reminder of a very important moment in time. It is a chance for people to remember the past, honor those who worked for independence, and look with optimism to the future. The spirit of independence truly fills the hearts of many. From the bustling big cities to the quiet, peaceful countryside, Everyone shares in the joy and significance of National Day. It is a day when the nation comes together, showing how much people value their freedom and their shared history. Every year, September 2 brings a wave of happiness and national pride to Vietnam. It is truly a day to celebrate for all. 7. Fun and family. Vietnam Independence Day is a time for much fun and family joy. People across the country take part in many activities. It is a day to celebrate together, both in large groups and with loved ones at home. Everyone enjoys the festive spirit. In the big cities, people gather to watch grand parades. These parades are very exciting. Soldiers march in neat rows, showing their discipline and pride. Bands play loud and cheerful music. Sometimes there are big floats decorated with bright colors and symbols. People line the streets, waving flags and cheering loudly. Children sit on their parents' shoulders to get a better view. The parades are a chance for communities to come together and show their national spirit. They show the strength and unity of the country. Many different groups from the community also take part, adding to the colorful display. It is a lively and memorable event for everyone who watches. When the sun goes down and evening arrives, the sky fills with bright lights. Many cities hold beautiful fireworks displays. These fireworks shoot high into the air, making loud noises and creating wonderful shapes. They burst into many colors: red, gold, blue, and green. People gather in parks or open spaces to watch the show. Families stand together looking up at the sky. Children point and gasp with delight. The air fills with excitement and wonder. These fireworks light up the night and make the celebrations even more special. They are a magical end to an important day for many. But the holiday is also deeply about family. Since it is a public holiday, most people do not have to work or go to school. This gives everyone time to spend with the people they care about most. Families and friends come together from different places. They share special meals, often with many traditional Vietnamese dishes. Grandparents, parents, children, and cousins all sit around a big table. They talk, laugh, and share stories. It is a time for connecting and strengthening family bonds. Children play games together and adults catch up on news. The feeling of togetherness is very strong. Eating good food and enjoying each other's company is a very important part of the celebration. These happy family moments add a warm and personal touch to the national holiday. It is a day when people feel proud of their country and grateful for their families. 8. Things we remember. The national flag of Vietnam is a very important symbol. It is red with a bright yellow star in the middle. The red color means the blood and sacrifices of people who fought for freedom. The yellow star stands for the 5 main groups of people in Vietnam who came together. This flag tells a story. People proudly hang it outside their homes and on the streets. It reminds everyone of the nation's long journey to become a free country. Seeing the flag flying high fills many hearts with pride and unity. Another very important symbol is the picture of President Ho Chi Minh. He was the leader who read the Declaration of Independence on that historic day. Many people see him as the father of modern Vietnam. His face is printed on money and shown in many public places. On Independence Day, his picture is especially common. People remember his wise words and his dream for an independent nation. They also visit the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum in Hanoi. This special building is where his body rests. It is a place for quiet thought, honor, and remembrance of his great contributions. These symbols help people remember the past and understand their history. They tell the story of a time when the Vietnamese people bravely fought to be free from foreign rule. The lesson of independence is still very important today, many years later. It teaches everyone about the value of freedom and the right to self-rule. It reminds citizens that their nation was built on strong principles of equality and liberty. The day celebrates not just a date, but the enduring spirit of a determined country. Every year, when people see the flag and the pictures of their leader, they think about what it truly means to be Vietnamese. They remember the struggles, the sacrifices, and the great victories that led to their nation's birth. They understand that their country's independence was not easy to get. This understanding helps to keep the nation strong and united. It encourages people to work together for a good future. The memories of that special day, September 2, 1945, continue to inspire new generations. They remind everyone that Vietnam is a sovereign nation, proud, independent, and free. The symbols connect the past to the present and the future, ensuring that the spirit of independence lives on brightly.